Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ariel Niu. I am a conscious lifestyle digital creator on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I create a lot of videos helping others to live more consciously and love themselves and others. So check out my content there if you haven't already. But thank you for being here today. I'm so happy you're here. Today, I wanna drop an idea in your head. I wanna plant a seed. It's something a little bit more out there, but I actually feel like it's possible to happen in this lifetime. Basically, what I am thinking is the possibility of humans being able to sense other people's feelings and energies. I do think it's happening more and more already. Obviously, if you're into spirituality, if you're really in touch with your emotions and energies, if you like to look into things like psychics, astrology, things like that, you might be able to relate to this more and you might say that you can already sense people's energies. You know, people call themselves empaths. Other people, people that are really into Reiki, energy healing, all of that. There's already a ton of people out there that already believe this and that can already sense this. It's a lot of hearsay. It's a lot of she said, he said, because people that do believe in it, they just express that they can have the ability to do that. But it's not a globally recognized and accepted concept and belief. But I do think the world is moving towards more the first way, where we are becoming more conscious, we are able to sense energies more, we are able to sense feelings more, and all of that. And you don't even really have to think of it in a very esoteric way. I do think my personal belief is we are awakening as a collective right now. Like, our consciousness as a whole is evolving. And through that, we're becoming way more sensitive and conscious of everything with ourselves and with other people. So I think it's already naturally happening, but a lot of people are just not aware of it. Even before we get into like what's currently happening right now, just your whole life, okay? If you just think of it in general, people always say like, oh, the tension in that room was like, you can cut it with a knife, or like, oh, there's sexual tension I see between those two people, or like, I could sense that she wasn't feeling that good today, or oh my gosh, I totally felt her energy and excitement. It was almost overwhelming. People say that all the time in our day-to-days, right? So if you already know this already exists. Like, we can, if we really tap into it, we become conscious of something, we can sense it. But because there's so much noise in the world, and there's so much fear in the world too, and there's so much like chaos all the time, and there's so much energies happening around us all the time, I think even though we're aware that this does happen, because of all the noise and chaos in the world, we don't see it as something that we can actually hone in on and grow and evolve. The ability to tap into energies and other people's feelings. But just like anything in life, this is a skill. This is something that could be developed. This is something that we could grow and improve upon for ourselves. And the more that we do it together, the more it's going to just impact everyone, okay? I think what happens is, again, there's so much energies in our day-to-day, anywhere we go. When we're with ourselves, it's easier to just recognize our own energies, our own feelings, obviously, but especially if we're in a group setting, and even if we're in a group, but there's other people around us, and there's like nature and whatever, there's so much going on that we can't even see, thoughts, feelings, energies, so we aren't able to tap into it. And we're probably just in our own minds, even when we're with others, so we're thinking that we can't feel anything other than what we're feeling with ourselves. And a lot of times we also probably take on other people's energies and we don't even know, we think it's our own, because again, we either don't believe in it, or we're too focused on ourselves when we're with other people. The way to be able to tap into this ability to recognize our own energies and feelings, and also to be able to sense other people's energies and feelings, and then be able to differentiate between us and them, are through a lot of practices that are becoming more and more popular today. Things like meditation, things like breath work, things like just sitting in silence, being able to go inwards instead of focusing so much on the outside world, just really be able to tap into ourselves. The first step is always to recognize our own, like what energies we hold ourselves, like be able to really understand who we are as individuals. In order for you to be able to feel other people's energies and recognize that and become aware of that, you first need to understand your own energies and feelings first. Because if you're not able to do that, even if you've sensed someone else's energies, you won't be able to tell whether it's theirs or yours, right? So the first thing is spend time literally being with yourself. Like no distractions, no social media, no technology. Be with yourself. Dedicate time every day, either through meditation or anything that's unique to you that allows you to be in silence or with a little bit of background music, but just time where you can just tap into yourself and feel yourself and reflect with yourself. Okay, and the more you do that, the more you're gonna understand yourself as a whole. Your physical body, your physical mind, your thoughts, and also your energies, you know? And then you'll be able to start to consciously practice, you know, when you're with others, just really focusing on other people and feeling the change in environments when different things happen in your social settings, in the outside environment, and be able to recognize that. And so, all of that being said, what I was initially saying is, what if we're able to really do this? Like, we're able to really hone and improve the skill set of being able to recognize our energies and other people's energies and feelings. We evolved to a point where we basically can do this fully. Like, there's going to be no more questions of like, this is not even going to be seen as a woo-woo thing. It's going to become a norm. Hopefully, science, quantum physics, science, research will get it also up to a point where there's some proof for those non-believers that just like don't believe in anything unless they see some proof. So hopefully science can back it up. But what if we are able to one day be able to just sense ourselves and others, but to a point where everything is open? That sounds kind of scary, but also kind of exciting and liberating if you think about it. So when I say like we can really sense everyone and ourselves, it's not like mind reading. We still can't recognize someone else's exact thoughts, but when we walk into a room, we can always right away tap into our energies and their energies, and we can feel what they're feeling. And imagine a world where that is possible with anyone. And it might sound scary at first, but I actually feel like if we're all able to do our own inner work, become super confident with ourselves, love ourselves, this is actually going to be very beautiful. Because think about if you go into a room and you know that other people can sense your energies right away and other people can sense how you feel right away. There's going to be no more of like nuances where you're like trying to be polite or like you're trying to be this or that to like make others happy, or like you're kind of insecure about something so you want to like put up a wall or whatever. People can sense what you're feeling totally, genuinely, authentically right away. So you either are feeling good, everyone's feeling great, good vibes, or there's something off, but because we all feel it, you have to address it. You either leave because you're not comfortable communicating it, or you take the time to communicate it out, talk it out. If you walk into a room, let's say a significant other, and you can feel right away that they're not feeling good or whatever, you can be like, oh, like, I know that you're not feeling good. Like, what's up, you know? And there's no room to like hide, lie, whatever. It's all just out in the open for you to address. I actually think if we as individuals work on ourselves enough and become really confident, again, this is actually going to be such a beautiful way to live, because we're just going to be able to be liberated. We can be literally our full, authentic, honest selves in front of other people and address things right when they come up. You know, no more playing games and all of that. And you can still play games if like that's something you like to do. But let's say, you know, if you're at a party and you're like trying to flirt with some guys or whatever, and you say things, but then the guy can sense that you're in that flirtatious vibe. They can take on that energy too. They can play with you because they know that you're both vibing off that same energy. So it's not gonna take away fun, but it's just gonna take away all the confusion and complications and challenges and pain and stress that we put upon ourselves. And the last thing I also wanna speak to this, the possibility and something to think about too, is the topic of love, romantic love, okay? I also feel like if we're able to work on ourselves up to a point where something like this is possible, that also means we're really able to accept the truth for what it is with anything and anyone. So we should be able to be strong enough to recognize true love. And I actually think this will actually help with romantic relationships because everyone will feel the truth. Like if you feel deeply with someone and they also feel deeply with you, you both feel it, you know that that's there. And if you're in a relationship with someone and you feel off or they feel off, it's gonna come up. You don't need to even like overly try to communicate or it gets complicated because you both feel it. You have to address it. And then this is a harder thing to accept, but I do think if everyone can really accept it and again, just be strong enough to accept this, it's also going to be beautiful. But let's say you are in a relationship with someone, but someone else comes into your life or their life and you feel that they have stronger feelings for this person. Even if they didn't cheat, but through time things happen and you can feel that, oh my gosh, especially if it's like way stronger than what you two have. I think if we're able to feel the genuine feelings, we're going to be able to accept that more and let them go. Because in the end, true love is free love. The feeling of feeling free. Two people should be together because they choose to be together. And if one person has any hesitations or concerns and they want to leave, you should let them leave. And especially if they feel something strong and true with someone else, the thing is you'll be able to recognize if that connection is not true too. You'll be able to let it go because you just can see that there's something even more special with this connection. And that actually should give you hope because you're like, maybe this was the wrong person for me. I see something way stronger with this person and that person. So I have hope for myself to also be able to find that, you know? And let's say if you're like with someone and they're, constantly cheating or playing games or whatever, you can see that, you can sense that right away and you can let them go because you're like, you still, I respect you because you are still going through things in your life. You're not ready for this yet. So I consciously see that and you go off, it's fine, it's okay. I actually think this is actually gonna help relationships. It's gonna take a lot of strength, a lot of courage, a lot of patience and facing the truth. But I actually think this is just going to allow relationships all to be way more genuine, way more authentic, and we'll be way more gracious in how we communicate and deal with relationships. Anyways, that is it. I just wanted to throw that thought out there and throw that concept out there because I believe that this is where the world is moving towards. Like the more we practice working on ourselves, being conscious living, like that's my brand, the more conscious we are individually, we're just going to become more conscious as a collective. And what does that mean? We're just going to be able to tap into ourselves and others more and more. So wanted to throw that out there. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this whole idea, this whole concept and anything I said. I really would love to hear your thoughts. Like I would love to talk to others and hear what they have to say about this. So let me know in the comments below. But that's it for today. Hope you guys are having a great day. I love you guys. Thank you for all the support. Also, let me know in the comments below what else you want to see from me from YouTube. Okay, that's it. Have a beautiful day. I'll talk to you guys soon. And remember guys, always stay true to you. From Niu to you. All right, bye guys. See you next time.